Hello, Broodwar brothers. Welcome back to another Starcraft cast. We've got a little bit of a special cast here today. It's a bit of a special day. We're just finished up the ASL, and I'm just kind of hanging out here by myself. Reason being, my wife is headed to India right now. She's just left the country, and she's going to be staying in India for a month doing a intensive yoga retreat. So I'm going to be here by myself. I'm a little bit bummed out about it, of course. Just going to be hanging out here by myself for the whole month. So it is what it is. I'm glad that she's got a dream. She wants to do something, and I totally, fully support her, but it's a little bit unfortunate. It's a little bit sad. So I'm glad to have you guys to still hang out with me, to be around and to talk with. I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming, and that's going to be started off with a stream on Halloween. We're going to be streaming tomorrow, the 31st here in Japan, the 30th night in America. So come in, join me, hang out with me, and hang out with me all this month, because I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming, a lot of hanging out, and playing Broodwar in many different games. So that'll be fun. That'll be interesting. I'll be putting out more videos. But this video in particular is going to be special because it was requested by Shrimp Lover 420. If you guys have heard of him before, it's probably from the ASL streams. He's always in there talking and hanging out. And at the end of the ASL cast, he gave me a bit of a donation, a very generous donation, and asked simply to watch some PvP on Screaming Sea. So that's what we're going to do today. There was not a lot of long PvP on Screaming Sea, unfortunately. So I didn't have many games to actually choose from. But we've got a game here with PLN, aka Bonith, down here in the bottom left. I don't know who this other player is over here in the top right. That's some deleted account, but we're going to watch Bonith and how he wants to play Screaming Sea. Bonith is a Polish Protoss player. He has won many a title in BSL, and doesn't have the highest APM. He's not like crazy fast, but he is a very smart player. Makes a lot of good decisions, and I'd say he's a bit of a poker player at heart. I'd say he'd probably do a pretty good job playing poker if he ever got into it. Not sure if he really plays or not, but that type of guy. Definitely some creativity, some good creativity, and a lot of fun games from him. I don't think he has the drive to play in Korea like someone like DeWalt, but he's a bit of an older player, has a life, and is an interesting guy. I'll probably talk about him more in the future, especially if he ends up getting some games on the ladder versus pro players. Always interesting to see how foreign players are measuring up, and there's a lot of great Polish players out there. Shout out to my Polish brothers. Zero of BSL, and so many others. Mist, all the boys. Mesur. I'm sorry, I don't want to name everybody, because then I'll leave a bunch of people out, and people might get frustrated or mad, even if they won't say so. Polish people would never say, but they might. So I'll leave it at that. Got Bonnie down here, grabbing his Nexus up on high ground. A lot easier to get a Nexus out on this map. So I really thought there would be more PvP on this map available, but there was, at 2300 plus, only like 5 games total. In total. Ever played on Screaming Sea, according to seawall.gg. That's kind of crazy. I think it's because a lot of these Protoss players have this map vetoed. You know, we saw in the ASL how hard it was for Protoss to win on this map. Against Zerg, we saw some pretty good performances against Terran, but definitely against Zergs. Seems like a struggle. Now, a Reaver is on its way out here in the main. And a Reaver coming out here for our yellow Protoss. So we're not really seeing much deviation here so far. A little bit of an earlier poke from yellow. Some Zealots came in earlier and didn't really do anything for Bonneth as well. And Bonneth ended up adding the Robo just a bit earlier with only one gateway. The one gateway into Robo versus 2 gateway into Robo. And we're pretty even on either side when it comes to army. Almost dead even, actually. What is this, 4 to 5 Dragoons and 2 Zealots on either side. So, a Stargate starts, though. Hold on a second. There's the big first deviation. Air weapons upgrade as well. Are we going to see carriers? Carriers here from Bonneth? He is a very good carrier user. Just like a player such as Stork, who has a bit of a lower APM. And also an incredible Protoss, carrier user. But not in PvP. That is pretty rare that we see PvP carriers coming out. Now, the big reason for that being that in PvP, Dark Archons exist. And Dark Archons, they have this nifty little spell. It's called Mind Control. And whenever they use Mind Control, they can steal your units, and that includes carriers, which are not cheap. They're definitely not cheap. And it's got a lot of range. It's not like you can just gun down the Dark Archon before it can get its spell off. Bit of a drop coming in here. Looks like this Reaver could do a lot of damage at the... Oh my god. That was so much damage. How many kills here? 8 kills with 1 shot. Holy. That's a lot of damage for the good Bonneth. Double Stargate has been revealed here, by the way. These Zealots are just kind of hanging out. They're actually going to run back into the main now. So those will be dealt with. Still trying to get back here. He's having such a hard time killing this Reaver, by the way. This Reaver's gotten a lot of kills now. Finally goes down. Oh my gosh. He just could not get back there with the Dragoons. And so, poor Bonneth has taken a lot of damage. He's down to 35 workers. But his transition is underway. And bullying the way up onto high ground here might be a real challenge. 2 more Reavers have popped out. Yellow Protoss going to be building another shuttle. That shuttle will be sent across the map, I imagine, here in a moment. Here's the Corsair coming over. Corsair going to take a look, see what his opponent is up to. Nice little scouting tool. A very fast unit with a lot of HP. Can tank some of those Dragoon hits and check out what's going on here. A lot of gateways he sees, and he knows that there's going to be an attack here shortly. Where are all the Dragoons? Dragoons, okay, they're actually behind the mineral line. He actually needs to get those up here onto the high ground as soon as possible. Is there a possibility he just bulldogs right up onto this high ground before carriers even pop out? The first 2 are just moments away from completion. Can he come up this high ground? Takes 1 shot. Good dodge there. Very good dodge. You can see these Reavers took quite a bit of damage. Now going to back up. Back up and start taking some shots at this pylon. Meanwhile, the Reavers from Bonneth. Oh, the Reavers from Bonneth are doing so much good work here. Shuttle will be taken down. And so the Reavers will also fall here eventually. But he should be able to gun down 1 Reaver. Can he get the second? Looks like he won't. Could be a lot of damage here on these probes. He takes a shot on the Reaver. Okay. Carriers are out now. Take one shot with this Reaver and you should be good. You should be able to survive this. You know, that shuttle will be able to run away, but essentially this has been held. Still 37 probes, so he didn't really lose much in way of probes. And he survived long enough to get the carriers out here on the map and finally allow them to start taking a bit of control. 2 Reavers and 2 Dragoons with 2 carriers. Quite a funny force there. 1 Reaver does end up getting sniped. But it looks like this may be the end of the aggression. 3rd base is coming up now for our yellow Protoss. Sneaking in here to the main base once again. Looks like this Reaver could end up getting a lot of kills. Already 7 there. Carrier's coming back now up to 10. Carrier's just a little bit too slow, man. Just cannot quite deal with these shuttles. They are so fast. And there it is. Mind control on the way. Dark Archons are not far off at this point. And unfortunately for Bonneth, I don't think he can really attack just yet. I mean, I feel like he has to. He kind of gotta go, guys. He kind of has to go. Just gonna build 2 more carriers. Here comes the Reaver again. Oh my gosh. That'll go down. Finally, that does fall. And the probes can get back to work. Carriers kind of gotta go. Does take a little while for mind control energy to build up. You can see the Dark Archons are gonna get started. But they only enter with 50 energy once summoned. And therefore, it's going to take 100 seconds, in-game seconds, to prepare that energy. However, he's going to have some time. Dragoons are going to be able to hold things back for a little while. And although this is scary, the carriers in the air now have +2 attack, which does deal a lot of damage. And there's not really a good area where the Dragoons could ever track down the carriers either. It's just going to be hard. It's going to be very tough to bust through everything and get into position before Archons are actually ready. Let's see if he can make it happen. See, he's losing some of these interceptors. The Dragoons don't do too bad against interceptors. They actually do shoot them down pretty reasonably. And so he's actually going to be pushed back. That's not a good sign. Getting pushed back even one time here as Bonneth, it just buys so much additional time for these Dark Archons, which are ticking up slowly, already at 100 energy. I think it's time for Bonneth to actually take an island or something like that. He really needs some sort of an outpost. I think if he wants to win this game... Ooh, that's actually a nice snipe. Getting rid of the Reaver right now. If he wants to win this game, I think he needs to pull back out of mind control range and just start taking islands all over the place. Now, here comes those... Yeah, here comes the Dark Archons. He has to run away. He absolutely must run away from this. Set up a lot of cannons on high ground here. Take all 3 islands and just do not allow any mind control from the yellow Protoss player. If he gets anywhere near this 3rd base, I think he's going to end up losing carriers. You just can't afford to do that. You don't even know how much energy is on these. So even though they don't have 150 yet, it's still that much of a threat that you kind of have to take it seriously. Storm is just about done. Oh, he's got it. He's got the energy. He has the energy. Can these carriers just like gun down the Dark Archon in time? Can he actually kill it? He kills one Dark Archon. Can he get another? He does kill the other Dark Archon, but unfortunately loses a carrier. A carrier traded out for a Dark Archon is insane good value here for yellow. And so he manages to escape. Mind-controlled units do not have the upgrades. The upgrades do not carry over, so that's something to take into note. There's one more Dark Archon here with another mind control. Cannot allow another one of these units to get stolen. Very good snipe there. Gotta be super careful. The Dark Archon is very close. Can he actually kill it? Oh, it's so close. Stolen. It kills another one. Kills another carrier. Or steals it, at least. May end up going down here in a moment. Can he actually get the kill on that? No, but he kills the Dark Archon. That's something. So 2 carriers have been stolen so far. There are 5 in the air here for Bonnet. He should be able to target down these carriers. Oh, the storm is so nasty. The storm's absolutely brutal. It's another big reason why carriers aren't regularly used in PvP. Storms really are brutal, and there's going to be another one here in a moment. He gets the Templar. There's some really good control. Really good control from Bonnet. Oh, I totally missed this. Reaver back at home with 12 kills. Yeah, even more damage. Going to go down 5 kills on this one. Probes are going to be pulled. He's not mining at all. Not mining at all at this point. Yeah, that care. Oh, God. Oh. So much damage. So much damage. Storms here on the big group of carriers. Having a hard time here. Boneth got another Nexus, but he didn't send the probes to mine at this base. That's a bit of a problem. Let's see. Can still make interceptors. Gonna finish that ground weapons 1 somehow. That's gonna be done, I guess, eventually. He's got 4 minerals in the bank, 9 probes on the field to 51, but he has a pretty big carrier force. I mean, that is something, right? I guess he's got some chance here. The shame he didn't build some more cannons back at home to protect his mineral lines from the Reaver harassment. He would have had a much better opportunity to actually win this game, it seems. Oh boy, here comes that Reaver again. Reaver shuttle coming into that natural. Can he gun that down? Looks like he might actually kill it. Oh, barely not. Barely not. Finally does finish that off. The Reaver might get enough damage to kill it. No. Gotta save the Dragoon at least. Bringing out all the interceptors here. 10 carriers on the field, but look at how many High Templar are available. A few quick storms will annihilate this carrier force, so he's got to target those down as quickly as he can. Doing the best he can to avoid the storms. He has managed to do so, only taking a small amount of damage so far. 10 carriers is pretty crazy, guys. Can he actually push through this? He's going to gun down those Reavers incredibly fast. Gets rid of the Reavers as well. Templar gone. Reavers gone. Just a few Dragoons on the ground, but so many carriers in the air. He's actually going to do a lot of damage. This shuttle heading out on the map with 1 Dragoon is kind of funny. Looks like it'll go and possibly harass this base, which would be pretty hilarious. Pretty hilarious amount of harassment there. Base is pretty much mined out. Natural is just about gone. Is there a world there Bonnet can actually win this game? 1 Dragoon into the main is kind of funny. Literally 1 Dragoon. I think Yellow going to be kicking himself for not continuing to make Dark Archons. I feel like that would have been the play. Bonnet still got to run from these High Templar. Cannot allow them to storm. Cannot allow these guys to get stormed, but he's doing a great job of just staying out of range. Oh! That hurts. That definitely does hurt. But he's still alive. Still kicking. 8 Dragoons on the way at the same time. Nexus is going to die. The very quick kill on the Nexus. +3 is now done. +3 is pretty nasty. +3 carriers are ripping these Dragoons apart. There's another storm. He actually flies through it a little bit. So it takes quite a bit of extra damage, but no more High Templar on the way. And the Dragoons are just feeding in to the carriers now. These carriers have gotten a good position over this high ground, of course. And now the Dragoons are just running forward and trying to kill. Yellow, is he actually going to lose to this? I gotta say, this is probably one of the more embarrassing defeats I've ever seen on the channel. This is pretty rough. Yellow struggling mightily against Bonnet. in this fight, but it looks like his struggle has just about come to an end. The carriers cannot be denied. And even with all the storms that he amassed, was not able to push. Even after killing all the probes, he's had to tap out. GG is called, and Bonneth wins the first game here in our PvP Screaming Sea video. All right, guys. Single man in Japan here with game number 2. Not single. Still married. Solo. All by myself. I don't know who this is. And I don't know who this is. But it's another PvP on Screaming Sea. And, yeah, expecting some fireworks here. We'll see how it goes. Kind of a fan of this map, honestly. Throughout the season of ASL, I think this has been a lot of fun. I think we've seen some pretty cool games here. And not only in ASL, but on the ladder and in KCM as well. Now, that might just be my Zerg bias talking, because I've seen a lot of Zerg wins here, but I think overall, as a spectator map, it's pretty fun. It's been pretty fun. Playing it has been a little bit, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes these funnier, more interesting maps turn out great to play on. Sometimes they're just spectator maps, but, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, interesting. So, this is kind of cool. We've got a Nexus first, which we hardly ever see in PvP. Nexus first, and as soon as he got scouted, he threw down a second gateway. Meanwhile, Orange over here threw down a proxy gateway, which could mean a proxy robo. And almost certainly will mean a proxy robo. But since it's been scouted, there is a very good chance that these two zealots pop out. In fact, a third gateway here in the naturals. Kind of wacky. This is going to be a bit of a wackier game, guys. We'll see how it goes, though. First zealot from Orange has made its way over here. It's going to be overwhelmed, though, by the two zealots that are about to pop out. And then, of course, there will be another two zealots in just a moment's time. So that's going to be hard to deal with. That's going to be very hard to deal with. Wow, a gateway here as well is upping the ante. Second pylon. Can't really target down just this pylon. Hope to just wreck this. We've actually got to kill the buildings. And so you will do so. Going after the robo. Third zealot. There should be a fourth as well. Yeah, there's that fourth zealot. Makes things pretty darn hard, actually, to deal with. You know, he can just target that. He will just target that. Damn. All right, I guess he's just done? Just over? Is that the end of the game? There's too many zealots, man. Triple gateway after Nexus first, I guess. That's the way to go. He's only just got the gas. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Would have been nice instead of a third gateway if he built a forge. Or a gas, I guess. Gas would have been good too. But if he had a forge, then he could pretty easily put two cannons up here, and then you're just not going to break him. You just have zealots standing on the ramp, and then you just can't come up the ramp to even get vision of the cannons to try and kill them. That's a lot of zealots. That is for sure a lot of zealots. But 3 dragoons can endlessly out-micro them, especially once range is done. So, well, we'll see. It's going to take a minute. Definitely a minute here before any dragons can pop out. Pulling the probes right now, I feel like, is unnecessary, but hell, I guess, why not? Shield battery. That's not going to be saved. Definitely not. 3 zealots making their way over. I mean, at least this will force Orange to micro on 2 fronts. 3 dragoons about to pop out. And some of these dragoons have already been hurt. So the dragoons should win. As long as he doesn't get outranged. And once he's on high ground, he shouldn't get outranged. 16 probes to 29. It should be a win here for purple, regardless of what happens with these zealots that are coming in now. Ooh, the trap on the dragon's pretty nice. Barely not able to close the noose there to get the full trap on. Looks like these zealots will do nothing. Not even gonna go after any probes. I thought he would just go for the probes, but instead he's gonna run around. Like, if you kill one probe even here, it's nasty. You're already doubling the probes of your opponent. Why not, if you kill like 1 or 2 probes, it's insane. It's insane how much more of a benefit that is than if you're like even on probes. Like, you've already got that much of an advantage and you kill even more. It's gonna be nasty. Shuttle is moving out right now. There's a Citadel coming. No Reaver just yet, so I guess he's gonna come back for that. Dragoon's on the map, but he might actually get caught. He comes up this ramp, for instance. Dragoons are just gonna pass right by. Ooh, he sees the one Dragoon. Sees the one Dragoon here. Probe gonna spot these Dragoons. Cannons on high ground, but Reaver doesn't care about that. You can just fly into the main. I think he realizes now how far ahead he is, and I hope he puts a cannon in the main base, because if he ends up dying to a DT follow-up, oh my gosh, no Nexus at all. No Nexus at all. It's gonna have to be huge damage from this Reaver, followed up by massive damage from the DTs as well. Otherwise, this game is just over. Let's see what Orange can do here. Coming in to a pretty well-defended natural. Immediately gonna jump on that. Yeah, that has to run back. Not a good start. Not a good start at all for Orange. Orange has 2 DTs on the way. Is he gonna make another shuttle here? I guess he's just gonna come back and pick up the 2 DTs and bring the Reaver and just go into the main. I feel like that's his only shot. There's still no cannon here, so maybe there's a hope and a prayer. A hope and a prayer is what Orange is counting on right now. So this is a ladder Protoss player. Maybe that's all he needs. Oh, he's gonna pick up double Reaver. Double Reaver not picking up the DTs is a little bit crazy. Counter attack. Now, you know what? The DTs actually clear the counter. The counter does nothing because the DTs kill everything. So that's something at least. Oh, come on, please attack that. No, he's not going to. All right, well, maybe he can just make 2 more DTs. Yeah, he'll make 2 more. Starts a Nexus. Oh, Protoss players. They're so funny. So hilarious. Gonna take some pot shots here. Pulls back with the Reaver. Drop the Reavers and pick the DTs up into the main, you absolute animal. I cannot believe he's not making a cannon in the main base right now. Nexus. Is it gonna cancel? Hello? Orange is leveraging everything into the main now. Cannons are finally starting. And my faith in humanity has been shaken because this is unbelievable. How do you do this? How do you ever do this? I don't care if you're a Protoss player. I don't care if you were born with this silver spoon in your mouth. You cannot play this poorly. This is ridiculous. Finally. The Nexus there gets denied. DT over here for purple as well is actually doing a huge amount. It's another Nexus. How do you do this? What am I even looking at right now? What am I looking at? That's not going to be denied. Just great. Just fantastic. Where's the Robo? What is happening? What am I looking at? 3 Dragoons heading across the map. 1 DT over here. Do a lot of damage. 4 DTs back at home. He's finally getting an observatory. Oh, Robo's over here at the natural. The probe count is now even, dead even. Building High Templars. Okay, there's one DT over here denying any sort of cannon being built next to the Nexus. A few more probes going down. A few more last probes going down is pretty hilarious. Bringing the total count to 19. A full wall of DTs is so funny right now. It's actually so funny. Oh, he's gonna surround and kill his DT. Holy crap. What are these dragons doing? Another few more kills. 28 kill DT. This Protoss player is so proud of himself. Look at that micro. There you go. Nexus has fallen. Observatory is done. Observer on the way. But it seems that the table has turned. The script has been flipped. And we're in a situation now where Purple is in a devastatingly bad position. Losing everything and all of his buildings. I mean, go after the Templar Archives, please. Thank you. Finally. That's just the only thing that makes sense. Kill the tech. Kill the tech. Force him to remake all the tech. Do not lose DTs to the cannons. For the love of God. Finally, this DT will fall. 12 kills himself. And Temporal Archive survives. Is what it is. Shuttle is out now, and Storm is going to be finishing here soon. Spells a bit of disaster for Purple, who has all of his probes at the natural. Never a good situation when you're going to be having to dodge storms. Army's looking pretty good for Purple, not going to lie. He's coming across the map now with an observer. Quite a few ground units as well, whereas back at home, not a lot here aside from a good number of cannons that are being warped in now. But ground units wise, pretty lacking. One probe has been ferried over to top left. And a DT here doing his work. Kills off 2 High Templars. Oh my goodness. The 2 High Templar kills is crazy. 1 Dragoon alive right now. 1 Dragoon is all Orange has to try and save himself in this main base, which is also pretty wild. This DT is actually going to go to work on a cannon, although there is an observer, which he hasn't accounted for. Okay, observer's still alive for Purple. Surprised not to see him not go in to try and kill probes with this, but here we go. Gonna go after the probes now. There's that storm, and what a lot of probes go down indeed. 33 left. How much damage can be done here by Orange, who's heading over with his shuttle now? There is an observer parked behind the natural, which will make it easier for him to respond and potentially shut this down. Let's see if this can get the damage that it's looking for. Probe transfer pretty big. Okay, which one is he going to go for? Turn the probes! Oh my gosh, it just wanders right through it. And all these probes are probably going to end up dying. Holy crap. Massive probe damage here. Absolutely making up for the losses sustained by our Orange player. Purple now down to 12 workers. I feel like if you had just waited for the storm and then moved the probes after, you would have lost less. I think that's pretty much true. Like, oh my gosh. You gotta leave it to High Templar over here. It's got 6 kills. Yeah, definitely worse than what we saw from the High Templars out of Orange. Like, I would say like 20 kills maybe. I didn't get a click on that. And Purple, he is hurting right now. He is definitely hurting. He's going to pick up a couple Dragoons, try to get rid of this shuttle, I bet. Yeah, try to land here and get rid of it. Can he get the shots off? Gonna try and get a couple hits. One more. Oh, barely not. Barely not able to get it. I'm gonna try to chase this down, I guess. Nah, that's not really viable. 43 to 21. The the script has indeed flipped. We are in a wacky situation here with these two players struggling to find a way to keep their probes alive and try to deal some damage at the same time. Deal with all the tech that's come out here in this weird and wacky map. These two shuttles doing a little aerial hug, but it appears like Orange is going to be the one to pull back first. No longer willing to play. Oh, shuttle goes down before any unload can happen. Top left corner being set up here by Orange. He's going to benefit greatly from that base being uncontested here, at least for now. Just the one cannon going up over there and no transfer of probes at all, which means the main and natural are going to be highly oversaturated for a good period of time. Still, the advantage rests handily on the side of Orange, who's currently having enjoying a great overall army count advantage. Right now, 30 supply in advantage is pretty good. A little bit less than that, but it's okay. Orange is still feeling excellent about the current situation. I would say adding more cannons up here would probably be a good idea. Hasn't done that as of yet. Looks like this observer will get spotted. But that now he's aware of this. He is aware of this. He can come up here and shut this down potentially. Another base coming up for Orange. We'll see how that turns out. No more shuttles being made. Surprised. There's usually a lot more shuttles on an island map. I'm gonna make like 2-3 shuttles and just flying around. Also no shuttle speed, which is a little bit perplexing. Armies are getting big. Definitely Orange in the advantage in that category. Has +1. +1 also done here for purple. This is a full probe transfer over to the top left, and that's going to come right as the Zealot Archon army moves into position. Going to drop right on top of this, try to kill off the cannon here immediately. Cannon goes down very quickly. Can pick up, move the Archon over, drop that, kill the cannon. Well played. Only the one shuttle, so he has to wait until the shuttle comes back. He's actually going to try and kill the shuttle. Can he get it? I mean, it's a lot of health, but Archon does a lot of damage. Let's see. Get another hit there? Not quite. Picks up as many probes as he can and bails out. He can use those over here at this fresh third base that's just been taken. Army over here on the high ground, waiting for the engagement. Has a lot of storms. It's really going to depend on how the storms land, how this next fight goes, because there's only 20 supply advantage for Orange right now. Like, there's still a chance that big storms can win the day. Oh, he brought 2 dragoons of his own. 2 dragoons from purple, 2 dragoons from orange. It's kind of funny, and he's going to kill the shuttle. So this dragoon loses this fight. Barely loses that fight. Both of these are like 1 shot away. I guess this one will take multiple hits, but still very, very close. And so purple actually has a real genuine shot in this game now. Despite going back and forth so many times. Oh, wow. Gonna kill more High Templar. Oh, wow. This is crazy. Can you get one more? Not quite. Not quite. We're gonna see a big fight on this ramp. Orange, I think, just kind of aping in here. Doesn't really realize what he's walking into. Good thing for him. He pulls back right away. A lot of pylons, plus the Nexus go down top left. There was like 5 pylons up here or something like that. So he's going to lose a lot of supply, and in fact, it's deeply supply blocked. It's going to get even worse here in a moment. So it's 6 pylons at the same time because of all that. Storms going down on either side, just trying to get little pokes and prods here and there. See if they can. If you had another DT right now, it'd be fantastic. Because they just killed each other's observers. Anyone with a DT? Oh, there's a DT right there. DT is going to make a huge difference. If you can dislodge the enemy from their position on the other side of the bridge, definitely will make a big difference. Where'd that DT go? Did it die to a storm? That's just typical. Base is being cleaned up. Over at that island, no other islands have been attempted by either player, which is kind of funny. A lot of probes here. Shuttle is prepared to try and take that fight. Storm, okay. Here it comes. All right, going in for it. No forewarning here for these probes in this probe line, so a massacre will be held. Absolutely brutal. 30 probes now. That big lead he had moments ago is slipping through the fingers here of our orange Protoss. In the Battle of the Apes, it seems that purple is beginning to come out ahead, but this could change the fates. Okay. Good pull here. I'm going to get him out of harm's way. Still, that's going to continue to be a threat. He's building a Corsair. Build a scout, man. Be a real man. Build a scout. That Corsair is going to take a million years to kill the freaking shuttle, dude. It's going to take so long. It's actually going to be hilarious, but let's see it here. Does put it on a timer, albeit a very, very, very long timer. Well, if it flies into 2 cannons, I guess it's not that long of a timer. Anyways, regardless, that's a lot of Archons. Gotta respect it. 10 Archons here. No, 12 Archons. No, 10 Archons. 10 Archons right now from Orange is a little bit scary, for sure. But coming across this bridge will be pretty dirty. Let's see it. Oh, God, the storms. Oh, heavens. These storms are disgustingly strong. +2 on either side, and now there's going to be some storms here from Orange. I guess he can still kind of push through. Hey, not bad, not bad. He's going to get over across this bridge now. Storms are going to come down, though, to try and bully this away. I thought that was the Zealot rally, but it's actually just probes heading over towards top center. Only want to pull those away. More storms coming down, and he should be able to make Archons as well. And so might still have the ability to save this. Fighting up the ramp is brutal, but a lot of these units are very badly damaged. And storms do definitely change the math. Now the rally is coming. Big rally is coming on either side. Can he save the Nexus? Nexus here looks to be falling. Gonna trade those Zealots out for that Nexus. Rally of Archons as well. Just making Archons immediately as they pop out. So not gonna have as much Storm, but the beefiness of the Archons is hard to ignore. I feel like had Orange found a way to take a better fight coming across a bridge, he would have absolutely rolled purple. But the fact that he ate so many storms, ate so much damage from those storms in the first wave of the attack, meant that he barely won the fight, and now purple, after cleaning up the army, can start to come across here and put on some pressure. He's still 1 base behind. Purple's still 1 base behind, and he's got less probes. I have to keep that in mind. What am I looking at right now? That is interesting. Go ahead and call that interesting. No more drops. Like, where are all the shuttles? Can they be able to come up here and take this base? This guy's got to get a little bit more active here on the map. No observer. 2 DTs come in, kill the High Templar. Here comes an observer now. Should be able to get rid of these DTs, but Nexus going to be under threat here for a moment. Definitely wants to get that extra base online as soon as possible. DT is going to be killed now. Still no shuttle. Okay, shuttle going to come up for purple. Purple needs to get another base online, man. He really does. He's mining basically on one location. A few more probes would be useful as well. 33 is just not quite it. Just not quite there. And this base is going to run out very quickly. I mean, same goes for orange. Orange is going to run out of money pretty soon, too. There's the finally, another base coming up. Orange not really making any shuttles just yet. Still no shuttle speed on Screaming Sea is wild to me. Absolutely wild. We saw that game with Bonith, and he made they both actually ended up making speed way earlier. Way earlier. We're at 26 minutes now. 27 minutes has just passed, in fact. Here comes the attack across the bridges. Protoss players trying to dodge storms. That's a lot of storm, of course. The Dragoons have been badly injured. Looks like Orange actually might win this fight. Kind of looks that way. Big part of this is that now he gets to move forward and kill the Archons. There it is. Finally, the game is over. Quite the final fight there, with masses of storms raining down on those purple units. I actually thought this was going to go on a bit longer, but not able to dodge those storms very well. Wouldn't make a very good Zerg player, I can tell you that. You got to be able to pull back a little bit quicker than that when it comes to moving out of the storms. I mean, if that had been a Zerg player like trying to move his Hydras, or not moving his Hydras, let's be honest, not moving his Hydras for that long, everything would have died and he would have been called a noob instantly, but it is what it is. Purple cannot pull it together. That was a pretty good back and forth, though, and we've got one more game. Let's jump right in. All right, guys, we're going to start the beginning of this last game on 2 times speed. It's a bit of a longer one. And once again, oh, wait, hold on a second. That's a gateway inside of the main base here. I don't know who these players are. Just want to start off with that. No idea. We got yellow versus white. Classic PvP. Why don't I change the colors, make it a little easier for you guys. There, blue versus red. That's better. Second blue gateway in the main base of red, and I've already said it, so sorry to, you know, spoil you guys, but yeah, this is going to be a bit of a longer game, which means, you know, this either does damage, it doesn't, but this game will go on pretty long. That's enough probes, I think, to stop the Zealot from popping out. I'm pretty sure you can't get the Zealot out with that many probes attacking. That is a lot of probes, yeah, so he will kill that. Gonna send a few of those probes back home. Now, you gotta be careful here. Gotta make sure that you put enough probes on there so that the Zealot doesn't pop out. Because if the Zealot pops out, then there's maybe a chance he gets a probe or two. But if it doesn't pop out, then you're just light years ahead. That's the thing. So, yeah, looks like he just had enough. Those 4 probes and 1 Zealot, plus the second Zealot popping out there at the end. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. And you can see dead even on workers, which puts red at a huge advantage. Because he's going to lose... What? Makes another gateway? That's crazy. Blue is insane, man. Blue is one of those Protoss players on the ladder who goes scouts against me or some crazy crap like that. Tries to play carriers or whatever. Or just goes Zealot, man, every single game. He's a wild man for sure. Meanwhile, back at home, has a couple of zealots here. It is such a long rush distance that the zealots are just now finally arriving. And there's already 2 zealots here to try and defend this. I think you just split the zealots and try to kill probes. Yeah, like you just gotta micro this. Micro the 2 zealots separately and just try to right-click probes. Ooh, zealot going through the minerals. Not exactly how you want to do it, but looks like he gets 1 probe. Probe there. Another probe. 2 probes. 3 probes. 4 probes. Can you get another probe? 4 probes is already pretty nasty. Like, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. I can keep running around in here. Just keep an eye on what's going on, what's coming after the fact here from blue. Just having scouting information right now it's incredibly important. He just removed the probe from his side of the map, so blue really can't tell what's happening from behind this, and it's actually going to be a nexus, but it could be something like, you know, instant DT tech or whatever. You just wouldn't know. So that's scary. Blue, what's he gonna do to try and follow up? I guess a nexus of his own. This game will go on. Definitely a big advantage here for red. Gonna speed this up a little bit. It's not a typical match, so we're going to rev things forward just a bit. See how these 2 follow up. I think there's gonna be a pretty long downtime now as they get everything into position. By the way, I'm not sure I should even mention this because I'm afraid of jinxing it. But I had some pretty good news that there is potentially more Soup Duel series in the works. We're in talks right now. I'll keep you guys updated. But just a little teaser. Let you know that we may be going back to some more Soup Duel series. It's been a while since we've done it, and there's been a lot of back and forth about it that I have kept away from you guys. I haven't, you know, told you everything that's going on. Maybe someday I'll talk all about it, but it's been a long time coming. And I think there finally might be something in the works. There finally might be something gonna happen with that, and it's very exciting. Whenever I get to cast more Broodwar, especially pro games with stakes, it's fantastic. If you guys don't know what that is, go back in my VOD catalog. I've got so many Soup Duel series videos from earlier in the year that did very well. Everybody liked them. It was really, really good. Just haven't been able to do them for a long time for various reasons that I won't get into. But just know that it may indeed be making a comeback here soon. We'll slow down the video now that it looks like things are just about ready to pick up. Tried to get a probe out to this 3rd, but that's going to be denied by red, who has his shuttle speed done. See? Both players getting their shuttle speed online in a timely manner. Such a useful upgrade. Makes it so much better. He's even getting, look at that, scarab damage on the way too. Doing as much damage as he can to this pylon, I guess. Not really sure why that's a priority, but trying to bait out the Reavers or something to come down here and try to deal with his Reaver. He's making some use of that APM, I guess. Does manage to get a Dragoon kill for it. Might be able to get another one here if he's lucky. Another shot goes down. This is pretty good for red. Even gets a shot on the Reaver. That's not too good for blue. Blue certainly losing some units here for free. Gonna be hurting him in the upcoming battle. Gets rid of that AI pylon. By AI pylon, I mean a pylon that's going to be baiting the AI to shoot it. Can he go for the other Reaver? Not able to shoot that just yet. Thought he might be able to target that down. Another Nexus comes up for red. Gonna be taking that third over at center left. But just keeping blue back, keeping him busy, I think is pretty good here. Coming down this ramp will be painful. Another shuttle going out around the map. He may go for the main base with this, although there are Dragoons here in place, ready for that. Just keep him busy. Keep blue microing. And in fact, he's almost lost that Reaver. Oh, gonna have to pull back the Reaver now. Looks like he's gonna lose this one. Bit of a trade there back and forth. Zealots are gonna come walking up here. They're gonna die for sure. Reaver flying into the main? No. Not gonna fly into the main just yet. Gonna drop over here. What in the heck is this shuttle doing? That's crazy. Does put another probe out on the map to try and take another base. Trying to come up this ramp here. Juggling. Bit of juggling back and forth. Neither player is snow, so definitely taking some damage on either side. Nice juggle there by blue, who's actually won this fight already. Reaver damage is done now for red. But he's still not able to get those hits off. And is actually struggling to get probes to mine over at this third base as well. It's just hard to do everything at the same time. Might be able to slow down this Nexus potentially. No, can't do it. 2 Dragoons are going to be brought down here with that second shuttle online. Oh, almost takes that hit too. Still juggling back and forth, trying to take pot shots. 2 Dragoons coming over here. It's 2 Dragoons versus 2 Dragoons. Which 2 Dragoons will end up winning? Find out next time. Oh, nice juggle. Good juggle, but not good targeting. Definitely not good targeting here. Targeting the wrong Dragoon, that's for sure. Does manage to win this fight, but here comes even more Dragoons. And of course, Reavers as well. Picks up everything, bails out. A real nothing trade there, for sure, to be sure. A lot of Dragoons are ready to come down this ramp. And I think he should. I really do think he should come out. Why not? Red, I mean, the concave's not that good, and there's not even Reavers in this army, so why not come down the ramp? Spread your forces out a little bit. Take possession of that area. Triple shuttle coming in. 3 shuttle, pretty scary. Not going to be able to target down any of the 3 shuttles, by the way. Yeah, all the Dragoons going to die. Triple Reaver, triple Dragoon. Killing off this and Nexus is pretty big. And how will blue respond? I guess with just a counter? I don't think going into the natural is going to work out too well. Yeah, that's probably not going to go so hot. Not sure what just happened there. Maybe the observer gets killed? Not really sure. Base over here. Triple Reaver. Oh. Good juggling there again. Keeping the Reaver out of harm's way. But a base in advantage right now for red. Blue finally going to come down this ramp. Now, the contain was never really that strong. Even when he had a Reaver there. Would have definitely come down. And he's just going to go for the attack. Is red going to be ready? Blocking off some of these Dragons, trying to get them to jumble up on each other. But if he runs into these Reavers... Oh, that's some filthy damage. Very close to even supply before that. But he lost like 6 or 7 Zealots all at the same time. Now, once again, pretty close in supply here as a third tries to get taken. Reavers over here at this Nexus. If he actually shuts this down, that'll be so annoying. Oh my gosh, he's going to get it. Oh my gosh, has to cancel. That cancel hurts. That really hurts blue right now. Blue actually, I think, will have to attack. He's just too far behind the curve. He has Storm, I believe. which red does not have yet. But these Dragoons getting caught, that might be critical damage. Let's see. Shuttles come to the natural. All right. Big drop here at the natural. Can he get some big shots? Okay, kills a lot of probes, that's for sure. Reavers doing some damage. Not bad. I mean, it was okay. He manages to save most of the Reavers. Still got 4 Reavers left alive. Oh, shuttle with 2 Reavers. Red. That was not very good. Maybe throwing the game here. It's even supply now. And the storm, the asymmetric storm advantage has now been taken away. Storm is now available for red. So, blue gonna make a move. There's army down here that's not part of this next upcoming fight. Maybe we can see blue just steamroll this. Let's see it. Just Reavers. No storm here. Good storm on the Reaver immediately. Reavers getting dropped right in the middle of everything. Not sure about these Reavers here, right in the front. Storm's doing very well on the Reavers. Dragon Zealot coming across this ramp. Oh my goodness, blue is just gonna smash through. I thought the Reavers getting landed in the middle of the army was not very good. Maybe could have, you know, dropped those off to the side a bit more. Would have had a little bit a better effect, but honestly, this is not bad. He's actually going to shove right up here onto the high ground. And this game is going to get messy. Storms here on the army. Ooh, these storms are brutal. So much damage here. Oh my god. Dragons are going to melt. Storm there. Really fantastic as well. Archon with a few Zealots actually standing its ground. It's 1-1. To the 2-0 of blue, I guess, going into that fight. Now I'm gonna shove everything back. So red actually maintains both bases mining. He's dropped down in supply a lot, but oh, that was a big hit. Really big hit there. Getting rid of so many probes. Got a shuttle going around the top side. Maybe able to get in and kill a lot of probes here. Coming up to 12. Ooh, boy. Maybe hit this base. Blue is not prepared for this. Oh my gosh. Pull all the probes together so they can all die at the same time. 12 kills on that Reaver. Again, that's one of those situations where it's like, if you didn't do anything, you literally would have been better off. You would have been better off doing nothing. Storms, 4th base, getting ravaged. 31 workers. After that storm drop. Oh, he's got a Reaver over here as well. Oh my gosh. The Reaver was still there. He could actually kill everything. And it, in fact, will kill most of everything. If not all these probes. Really good harassment there from blue. Who's actually leading in workers somehow. Somehow. I'm not really sure how that's happened. There is a 30 supply advantage, however, for red. 30 supply advantage is kind of nasty. That's going to be hard to overcome. Reaver coming back in for some more damage. He'll just have to... I think he'll have to just abandon the 12. Try to stabilize. That storm is brutal. Oh my gosh. Storm in the middle of all those blue units. The flank of High Templars was crazy good. Drop here. Over at this base. Oh my goodness. So many more probes just went down. Even workers again. What am I even looking at? Even workers one more time. 18 kill Reaver over here. Reaver coming in. Can't get any probes over on this side. Just going to back off with that. Keep that shuttle alive. Shuttles have been... These Reaver harassments have been keeping blue in this game. Seriously. Really have been saving his life. No probes at this base. Scant few probes over here. Few in the natural, few in the main. Blue, meanwhile, completely mined out in the main. Natural has almost nothing left. Very low mining on either side. And the red army is looking superior. Definitely red army is looking better. 30 supply, 20 supply advantage. Pretty decent. A lot of Archons again. This is looking kind of familiar. So many Archons over here. In a defensive position. Across this ramp. More storms going down on a lot of these Archons. Trying to get as much value out of these High Templars as he can. He's got another storm here ready. But instead decides to back up a little bit as those Reavers pop out. I'm really not sure. I feel like this army needs to be brought back. That is a lot of value that's being left over on that island for nothing, for no reason. And for a very long time. Reavers over here on the left-hand side. Once again, being annoying. Causing a lot of heartache for our red player. Observer goes down. Blue finally going to retake this top center. Again, trying to hold that. I think that red really just needs to bring another storm over to this base. And just focus on that. Because all the probes are over there for the time being. It's so hard to... It's going to be so hard to recover. Nearly impossible to recover. If he just hits that base again. 2 Reavers, High Templars of Storm versus a lot of Archons, the Zealots and High Templars. Who can win this fight? Again, really, really needs to move that army. High Templar with Storm. Pretty good damage there. But that was a very low HP shuttle. Now dead even on workers, but giant supply advantage. Giant supply advantage for red. I don't even know how blue is in this game, honestly. How is blue even still here? 50 supply advantage? 50 supply advantage? Over here, 8 supply just sitting. Some army in the rally point. But this army honestly doesn't look that much bigger than this one. I guess it is quite a bit bigger. But if it walks into a concave and a bunch of storms, it could still lose. Potentially, it's going to be pretty close, though, even if he rams it down. Like these dragons over here. These dragons over here. Army on the island. If he pulls everything together, I think he just straight up wins. And if he beats the army, then he can just kill one of these bases, and then the game should be over. But, you know what? We'll hold off. We'll hold off. We'll see what happens here. Maybe he allows for a bit more time. And then these this base is out of money. That's gone. And this base is getting low. So blue's going to be on 2 base, red on 1, with the island coming up soon. Storm. Okay. Not bad. That's a lot of damage. He actually even picks up that. Wow. Okay. It does die. That was close, though. He almost got away with that. Shuttle. Almost making its way out. 21 workers. 21 workers is pretty rough. It's a little bit crazy. 21 workers is not a lot. And he's still on 1-1. Like, I don't know how long this +2 upgrade takes to finish, but we're +3 right now. 3 upgrades for blue. So blue having a pretty sizable upgrade advantage. That actually might come into play as well. +3 with all these Dragoons. Kind of nasty. Here's the Nexus coming up on the island. Things have slowed down once again, but I'm scared to put this on speed or on high speed because we might miss something important. Try to pay attention to the mini map here. While everything slows down, while they just sort of trade back and forth with each other, little by little, poking away. Looking for those little bits of damage. One storm here, one storm there. Trying to storm the High Templar in order to get those kills. Archons and Dragoons down at the island now, protecting. All right, we'll slow things down here as High Templar make their way over. Next is going to be taken on the island, it looks like. Storm from the high ground is pretty easy to do in a situation like this. And in fact, he's just going to storm after dropping. And the shuttle will survive. Every probe at the island dies. 20 probes left, by the way. 20 probes. It's pretty weak. Another storm. Another wave of probe death. And I think blue is winning by, it's death by 1,000 cuts here. As blue continues to just get little pokes and prods that are slowly bleeding out red. Red had a huge advantage. Look now. It's not looking nearly as good anymore. A couple High Templar kills is nice. Still has an army advantage because of that probe differential. But red is mining out and completely out of probes. He is mining pretty good on gas. I'd say it's probably a better idea to start picking up probes and just escorting them to the island rather than having them mine gas at these different locations. These gas bases are pretty worthless at this point. Like, we don't need 3. Oh, this is 2, 5, 8, 11 probes on dead gas geysers. He actually does pull them away. So, smart move by him. Just take this gas, and it'll mine as well as 3 or 4 depleted geysers. I can't actually remember. I think it's 2 per return, if I remember correctly, and it's 8 for a regular one. So, you know, 4 depleted geysers is equal to 1 full geyser, which is kind of crazy. Oh my goodness. These zealots are taking so much damage. Those are some very good storms. Red actually taking a better fight there. Softening everything up. Now the zealots are going to be so weak. Especially against all the Archons that Red has put together. That's a lot of Archons, man. That is so many Archons. Maybe too many Archons, honestly. I think it's because his mineral income has been so bad. He's just been making pure High Templar for a long time. We're going to see these Reavers look for more damage. We could just watch red start to pick apart blue now. Bringing up the Reavers again and again, looking for that little bits of damage. Oh, is he going to fly right into these Dragoons? Ooh, that was so close. If there was an observer there, he would have lost that. That would have been very rough for him. As it stands, he will get onto the island. Oh my gosh. Going after the shuttle. Actually get it. Nope. Drop on the island. Over here at bottom left. Archon gonna do a good job keeping a lot of this alive. Yeah, Archon just so good against Zealots, man. It's so powerful against Zealots. 4 kills on that. Army coming across. This is it. He's going for it. Nope. Turns around, walks back. All right. Not willing to take this fight yet. Blue, out of minerals over here. Oh, another drop at this island. Or not this island, excuse me, at this third base. That's it. This is all blue has. Blue has only this. Nothing more. He has to take another base or red will win. Even with 12 probes. There's no mining for blue. He's going to lose eventually. Oh my goodness. The High Templars are going to get absolutely wrecked. I mean, how many High Templars there went down without even casting a single storm? I think blue just threw this game. For sure, he just threw this game. He had a hope with that army, but so many High Templars walked into the meat grinder and just died for free. Red is for sure going to take this home now. As soon as he attacks into this base and takes it over. The game will have to end. There's going to be no more mining for blue. And although he's got double the probe count over red, red is still going to end up winning this game. That's got to be a killer. That has to be an embarrassing loss here for our blue player. He's got to be really kicking himself right now. GG is called. And there you guys have it. Big shout out to Shrimp Lover 420. You have him to thank for this ridiculous video. That's it, guys. Satanessy signing off. Appreciate you all. And come hang out in the stream sometime. Come hang out with me, talk to me, chat with me. I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming here coming up. And I'll have a lot of free time. So let's hang out. Let's chill. I'm going to be playing a bunch of horror games on Halloween. And I'll be playing other stuff. We'll be playing some Broodwar here and there as well. And look forward to some new content from me very, very soon. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one.